The early life of Spartacus is shrouded in mystery, a testament to the often overlooked lives of those enslaved by the Roman machine. We know he wasn't born into slavery, but rather thrust into it by the cruel hand of fate. While the exact circumstances remain unclear, it's believed Spartacus, a proud Thracian, may have once served as an auxiliary soldier in the Roman army. This experience would have given him a valuable understanding of Roman military tactics, knowledge he would use to devastating effect later in life. What led to his enslavement remains a subject of debate among historians. Some speculate he deserted the Roman ranks due to conflicting loyalties, a dangerous act punishable by enslavement. Others posit he was captured in battle against Rome, stripped of his freedom and forced into the brutal world of slavery. Regardless of the path, fate had a cruel twist in store for Spartacus, one that would ultimately ignite the flames of rebellion. For countless souls across the Roman Empire, slavery was a grim reality. Treated as property, bought and sold at a whim, slaves endured back-breaking labor and relentless cruelty. Their lives were ones of constant toil, devoid of basic human rights and dignity. Many toiled on vast agricultural estates, working tirelessly under the scorching sun. Others faced the horrors of mines, condemned to darkness, and the ever-present threat of death. Spartacus's journey led him to the notorious slave market at Capua. There, he was purchased not for the fields or mines, but for a crueler fate, the life of a gladiator. His strength and imposing physique marked him as a valuable commodity in this brutal entertainment industry, one where survival was celebrated and death was a constant companion. This transition from soldier to slave to gladiator would ultimately shape Spartacus, forging in him a fierce determination to break free from the chains of oppression. In the heart of Capua lay the harsh reality of the gladiatorial arena. Here, slaves were forced to fight, their lives literally hanging in the balance for the amusement of Roman citizens. These gladiators, often prisoners of war or unfortunate souls sold into slavery, trained relentlessly. They honed their bodies and minds into deadly weapons, their survival dependent on their ability to kill or be killed. Spartacus entered this brutal world, forced to suppress his humanity and embrace the savagery expected of a gladiator. He excelled in his training, his inherent strength and military experience giving him a crucial advantage. Stories of his prowess in the arena spread, transforming him into a renowned gladiator, a favorite of the Capuan crowds. However, beneath the mask of the gladiator, the spirit of a free man still burned within Spartacus. The roar of the crowd, the thrill of victory, couldn't drown out the yearning for true freedom that gnawed at his soul. Section 4. The Spark of Rebellion. Spartacus defies Rome. The gladiatorial school at Capua was a crucible of despair. Within its walls, Spartacus witnessed firsthand the depths of Roman cruelty. Plans began to form, whispered amongst the gladiators under the cover of darkness. They were men pushed to their absolute limit, their spirits ground down but never truly broken. There was a shared understanding that death in the arena was inevitable, a grim spectacle orchestrated for Roman entertainment. In 73 BC, the spark of rebellion ignited. Driven by a desperate desire for freedom, Spartacus and a small group of gladiators dared to fight back against their captors. Armed with whatever weapons they could scavenge, kitchen knives, farming tools, the very instruments of their oppression, they overpowered the guards and escaped into the night. This act of defiance, born out of desperation and fueled by a flicker of hope, was the first tremor of an earthquake that would shake the very foundations of the Roman Republic. Section 5. A leader emerges. Spartacus unites the oppressed. News of the gladiators' escape spread like wildfire throughout the Italian countryside. What began as a desperate bid for survival soon blossomed into a full-blown slave revolt, a testament to the deep-seated resentment against Roman oppression. Spartacus, with his military acumen and charisma, quickly emerged as a natural leader. He wasn't just fighting for his own freedom, but for the liberation of all those shackled by Roman tyranny. Under his leadership, the ranks of the rebellion swelled. Escaped slaves, from field workers to household servants, flocked to his banner. They saw in Spartacus a beacon of hope, a leader who understood their plight and offered a chance, however slim, to break free from their chains. He instilled in them a sense of unity and purpose, transforming a ragtag group of slaves into a formidable fighting force. This diverse army, united by their shared hatred of oppression, would go on to challenge the might of Rome itself. Section 6. The Shadow of Spartacus, a legacy forged in rebellion. Spartacus understood the strategic importance of maintaining his army's morale. He knew his ragtag group of slaves, even with their newfound purpose, stood little chance against the disciplined legions of Rome in a direct confrontation. His strategy focused on guerrilla warfare, utilizing surprise attacks and exploiting the terrain to his advantage. He led his people north, intending to cross the Alps and escape the clutches of Rome, granting his people the freedom they so desperately craved. Along this perilous journey, Spartacus's leadership truly shone. He implemented a strict code of conduct, forbidding his troops from engaging in the wanton looting and brutality often associated with slave revolts. He understood the importance of maintaining the moral high ground, portraying his rebellion as a just fight against oppression rather than a descent into anarchy. This approach earned him respect, even admiration, from those who opposed him. Section 7. Conclusion: the enduring significance of a rebellious slave. The rebellion led by Spartacus, though ultimately crushed by the full might of Rome, sent shockwaves throughout the Republic. It served as a stark reminder of the human cost of Roman expansion and the precarious nature of their rule. The specter of Spartacus, the slave who dared to challenge the might of Rome, lingered long after his death. His name, whispered in hushed tones, became synonymous with courage, defiance, and the yearning for freedom. Spartacus's impact transcended his time. He became a symbol of resistance against tyranny, his story inspiring countless others to fight for a more just and equitable world. From the slave revolts of the Roman era to the social justice movements of today, Spartacus's legacy continues to resonate, reminding us that even in the face of overwhelming odds, the human spirit yearns for freedom and equality. His story serves as a powerful testament to the indomitable human spirit and the unwavering pursuit of liberty.